Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Dalal Street Week Ahead program, sponsored by 5paisa.com, Delta Exchange, finbingo.com, and taxbuddy.com. So first, let us look at the global cues. So I've been saying this Omicron has not been a big issue. It was blown out of proportion by the bears. And the governments are also, like all over the world, they don't want to take a risk. So they were talking in a cautious note. And in fact, yesterday our Prime Minister spoke. And in fact, the first Prime Minister to speak, positively. So the speech was very encouraging. So yesterday the news came, in another 15 minutes, PM is going to address the nation. The people were scared. They were worried about another demonetization and this and that. But finally he spoke, So he has announced some good measures that people from 15 to 18 years will also be getting the vaccine. Then frontline workers will be getting a booster shot. Then the people who are aged 60 and above will also be getting additional booster shots, So these are the things. And in fact, if you look at the Omicron case in detail, the first Omicron case was identified in South Africa on November 12, and today it's December 26. So it's about 6 weeks. So in these 6 weeks, there has been only one death reported in the entire world. And the world is a population of with more than 500 crore, just 1% died. Even that 1% death also, it was reported this person died with Omicron, not this person died due to Omicron. So probably he was having some other complications. So Omicron has also added. So number one, no death has been reported except one death in the last 6 weeks. But can you imagine in February first week and second week what happened in our country? Thousands of people died. Delta variant. That's number one. Number two, in South Africa, after peaking out around 28,000 cases, now the cases is coming down drastically. So after hitting a peak, now South Africa also started falling. I think now the cases reported is less than half of what it was reported 2 weeks before. So the same way, this Omicron virus may peak out in other countries also, so may start coming down. And so that is why one can look at the January month with some kind of a bullishness. So this reopening trades and this and that, so they may come. So even without all these things, and last week, the S&P 500 closed at a record high, a fresh all-time high. And coming back to our market, so as I have always been saying, the Omicron is not the case. Omicron is not the real issue for us. The FII selling is the real issue. And as of Friday, FIIs have sold 36 consecutive days. I don't think that I have ever seen this kind of selling in my life. And that too happening without any major problem, India specific problem. So 36 continuous trading session, FIIs were seller, and they've sold nearly 1 lakh crore in last 3 months. So, but again, the domestic institutions are supporting the market and retail people are supporting the markets. So therefore the damage may not be very big, but even with this much of selling, you can still see some stocks like Tech Mahindra, Infosys hitting fresh all-time high. So it's not all bad. And this particular year, the year 2021, there are two winners. One is the IT. I think IT index has gone up about 80 to 90% in the last 1 year. The second winner is IPOs. And look, last week there were 5 IPOs listed, and coming week also HP Adhesives, Supriya Life Sciences and CMS Info. So 3 more IPOs is going to be listed. So in 10 trading session, 8 listing new IPOs. And most of the IPOs are like meeting with a huge response, and issues are getting oversubscribed by more than 100 times. So this year, the two big winners are IT stocks and IPOs, and one loser, the big loser, seems to be the private sector banks. The private sector banks has hugely underperformed, and probably the FIIs are continuously selling since April, and they are holding more shares in private sector banks only. So that could be one possible reason. So FII selling continues, so therefore banking stocks and particularly HDFC also continue to be under pressure, and almost on an everyday basis HDFC moves 50 rupees, 60 rupees and making markets hugely volatile. Who expected such a big volatility on Friday? One reason for this volatility may be due to the less volume. And look at the FII buy sell figure just exactly 1 week before, on 17th of December. So the net buy sell figure was around 13,000 plus crores. Whereas on 24, that is last Friday, their buy sell figure is only 3,000 plus crore. So that means the FII volume has come down nearly by 80%, and which is likely to come down even more in the next 4 days. So that less volume can bring more volatility. Although we are talking so much against this FII selling this and that, but if they are not here, the volume will be very, very little. If the volume is very, very little, market can go up by 5-10% in 2-3 days, it can come down 5-10%. So market will tend to be huge volatility. So the volume will bring stability in the volatility. So if you are talking about, we are coming to the last week, many markets will be closed. Like let us say, for example, coming Friday, most of the global markets will be closed on the eve of New Year, but we function. And many markets are closed on Monday also. Usually, if a public holiday falls on a Saturday or Sunday, the following Monday will be a holiday in many countries. So many countries will be functioning only for 3 days in the coming week, but we have full 5 days, but we will function with less volume and with more volatility. So data point, if you see, there is nothing much, but coming Friday, infrastructure output data and the fiscal deficit data, they both will be coming after the market hours. So the real impact will be seen in the year 2022. So if stocks, if you want to watch, auto stocks will be coming into some kind of action. And because, so they'll be declaring the monthly auto sales data on the 1st and 2nd of January. So closer to this expiry, so auto stocks will be coming under focus. Last month, auto sector has not performed well, and the Hero Motocar particularly has fallen so much. So if you look at the open interest, so 17,000 put option is having very good open interest, and 17,200 call option also having a very good open interest. So the combined premium will be more than 100 rupees. So which means that the people are expecting Nifty to trade between 16,900 to 17,300. Earlier also I told you, the people who have taken 17,000 short straddle around 300 rupees premium, they are expecting Nifty to trade between 16,700 and 17,300. So the broader range for Nifty will be 16,700 to 17,300, and people are expecting markets to consolidate due to the absence of major global cues. So our rupee is also appreciating, now inching towards 75. So our rupee is also doing well, and other parameters are looking favorable, but the people say the rupee has appreciated because RBI intervention in the forex market. But whatever it is, RBI also sees the value, and that's why they are intervening. into the forex market. So that will bring some solace to the thing. So finally, just to summarize, expect market to be volatile with a range bound. So I am expecting Nifty to trade between 16,800 to 17,300 for the next 5 trading sessions. So let us see what happens. So there's nothing much to talk because this is the fag end of the month. So hope you enjoyed watching the video. Thank you for watching.